Guess what? We're knocking something off our bucket list today.
So we woke up in Lucknow, but that's not where we're staying. We are headed to Agra. We're going to the Taj. I am so excited. We're on the way to the airport to catch a flight. We don't want to miss it, so we'll talk to you in a bit.
We just landed in Agra. I met up with our friend Verinder and we're gonna go see the Taj. But first, we are hungry, so we're gonna go eat. Let's see what Chad found for us today.
We made it to our lunch stop, and this place is probably the most famous place to eat any kind of street food in Agra. This is Momma Chicken, Momma Frankie, and it is well known for those two things, plus a lot more. Let's go see what they have on the menu and get a little energy to go explore the Taj. So we asked them what they're famous for. The first thing they said was this chicken lollipop. So this is a piece of fried chicken and then they toss it in a chili sauce. It's coated in herbs, got some onions on it. It is piping hot. I can't wait to try this. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I saw pictures and they look great. I love chicken lollipop and we still haven't had the best chicken lollipop here in India. Let's see if we found it today. Wow.
So the chicken is already fried once and then they put it back in the fryer to make it extra crunchy while they're making the fresh sauce to toss it in. It smells amazing. I cannot wait for my first bite of this. That's so good.
It's covered in sauce, but the sauce does not make this any less crunchy. It just gives this wonderful spicy flavor.
The sauce has so many fresh herbs. There's some different greens in here. We've got some onions, makes it nice and crunchy too. So I love the different levels of crunch with both the outside of the chicken and with the veggies. And then the soft, tender, juicy chicken. It's just so delicious.
Lots of layers happening here. You get the chicken and the just brilliance of how they cooked it. You get the crunch and then that sauce and then those herbs. It's just layer on top of layer on top of layer. This is absolutely incredible chicken. Blown away yet again. Fried chicken in India is just better than anywhere else in the world. It has to be. This is amazing.
The next thing we're having is a chicken Frankie, and I love how they've got the presentation going on this. It's wrapped up like a huge piece of candy. It reminds me of Christmas getting to open a gift. This looks beautiful. Let's check out the inside. This has huge pieces of tandoori chicken. You can tell that that was marinated for quite a while. And then there's some mint chutney on there, sprinkled with a couple of onions. Let's get a bite.
I love chutney, so I'm gonna throw some extra chutney and some extra onions on there. Really good chutney. Oh yeah, that is so delicious.
I love the little bit of smoke that this chicken absorbed from that tandoor. It adds such a nice touch, but it doesn't take away from the flavor of the chicken. The chicken by itself is so amazing, and then wrapped in this perfect paratha. This is so delicious. I love it.
I love the flavors on this. Hint of smoke, hint of spice, really, really flaky, delicious paratha, and good sauce. I mean, that's what you want out of a Frankie. They delivered here. It's called Momma Chicken, Momma Frankie. We got chicken, we got Frankie. I think we did the right thing here. This is really, really good. Our next item is tandoori momos, and this is Afghan tandoori momo, and this has some capsicum on top. It also has some really nice crunchy onion. I'm gonna throw some more onion and a little bit of that mint chutney, because you know me, I just love it. I'm also gonna get some of this momo sauce. One thing I've just fallen in love with here in India is all the different spicy levels of momo sauce. You never know what you're gonna get. You pop it in and you hope that it doesn't blow you away. Sometimes it does and it's super hot. Sometimes it's just perfect. Let's see how today's is.
I love momo, so I can't wait. This looks incredible. The noodle's already falling apart a little bit. Let's try it.
You gotta get that sauce.
They nailed it with this one. It doesn't need anything. I love how crunchy it is on the outside. I love how juicy it is. I love how much it's making my mouth water, and I still have food in there.
That is an amazing momo right there. Creamy, crunchy. It's got that smoke from the tandoor. It's got that spice from the momo sauce. The extra texture from this onion and chutney combination. And you just put it in and you start chewing and it's just hot and fresh. The chicken bursts into your mouth. You get that hint of spice right away, and then it just gets swallowed up by that creamy Afghan sauce. This is absolutely fantastic.
After an incredible lunch, we made a quick trip to our hotel, where I changed into the beautiful dress I bought for our Taj Mahal experience. And after one more car ride, we were standing at the gate. We finally made it to the Taj Mahal. This is a moment we've been waiting for a long time, and we're so excited to be here.
Yeah, this is one of those things that we really want to experience together without having to try and get the right shot and film and all that stuff. So we're gonna go have our little moment, and then we'll talk after that. The closer we get, the more I'm amazed by the scale of the Taj. I mean, it is just enormous. I knew it would be big, but I feel like a tiny little bug at the bottom of this thing.
This place is overwhelming in the best of ways. Everywhere we go, there's a new sight to see. There's a river behind the Taj. Even the backside is gorgeous. There's so many details and so much intricacy on this, so much thought put into it. It's just an amazing experience.
This is so grand and incredible. This is blowing my mind.
As the Taj Mahal lit off an incredible glow from the sunset, it easily became one of the most beautiful places on earth. We wanted to make this moment last forever, so we captured as much as we could of this magical place on this perfect night.
That was the single most amazing experience I have had in India. I am overwhelmed by this place. I know we said it, but we meant it. This was an incredible experience.
I know it might sound crazy, but I got a little bit emotional coming in because it really is that beautiful and it is that exceptional.
It is.
If you have a chance to visit India, just make time to come to the Taj. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I'm just so grateful that we got to experience this. I had such a great time. Guys, absolutely come see this. It's just impeccable. Yesterday was absolutely incredible. It was one of the travel highlights of my entire life, but we have to leave Agra. The good news is we're going to Jaipur and we're gonna document our entire road trip journey, starting with having an amazing paratha at Ram Babu Paratha Wali. Then we're gonna hit the road, find some snacks, eat at a dhaba. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be an adventure. Let's go. I'm so excited about this paratha. It looks so crunchy and I can tell that it is just stuffed to the brim. We're starting with a paneer paratha and this thing is just falling apart. This is so crispy and oily and looking good. I'm gonna try it by itself first. Wow. My goodness. That is a crispy piece of perfection.
It looks amazing. It looks so crunchy and it smells so good. I'm gonna pull off a good sized piece here and try it by itself because that's what I love to do. That is good.
The paneer is wonderful. It's very subtle. It's not like it's got a real punch of flavor or anything, but it just adds some substance here to this paratha. It is really, really nice. I'd like to try some here with this sabzi. This looks really good. These potatoes look like they have been absolutely coated in something delicious here. There's also a bunch of veggies. Let's try it out like this now. Wow. That is so delicious.
This is great by itself, but I want to add some sabzi to my next bite. Let's get some aloo in there, some of these veggies. That is good. I love the kick that that provides. I love the additional freshness of the other vegetables in there too.
And it just adds another kind of layer and also another texture that is just really, really nice, because that paneer is so soft and that potato adds just a little bit more bite. This also has a kick of spice, so this is really, really a good combo. There's also like a whole thali here. There's like a little curry, and there's also another kind of aloo that I believe also has some curry in it. So I'm gonna try both of those real quick, but this is really, really nice.
I've tried the two curries and they do add a nice creamy texture to it, but I really prefer the paratha with the sabzi here. It just adds so much amazing flavor. It is just brings it to another level.
All three ways are great. My favorite though is with the sabzi. This is an absolutely amazing paratha. I understand why it's the most famous in Agra.
We started our road trip, and on the way out of Agra, we passed through Sadar Bazaar, and that place is the busiest street I have ever seen. You've got people on top of cars, on top of motorcycles, on top of some ox, there's cows in there, there's everything you can think of. It was just cram-packed. I'm so glad we passed through that. I am fading already, and we still have 4 hours to go, so we're gonna pull over and get some chai, get a little pick-me-up, and get on the road.
So we told you guys that we were gonna show you our entire trip, and then we fell asleep and we woke up and we're hungry. So we stopped at Hotel Highway King, and this place is really, really, really famous. We've never been to an actual highway side dhaba before, so let's go see what it's all about.
This place has so many options, and all of them are veg. We have fallen in love with so many of the veg dishes here in India, so we got a whole spread of food. We're starting with aloo and gobi, and then we have a cheese naan, one of our favorite things here. We have a lot of favorites, obviously. So I'm gonna put some aloo, and I'm gonna drop a big piece of gobi on here. Let's try it. It's so delicious.
Aloo and gobi is not something that we would typically eat at home, but the difference between the food here and the food at home is that here, some reason the cauliflower is amazing. I don't know if it's the cook, it is, or if it's just that the cauliflower over here is better, but I absolutely love it. The other thing I love is potatoes. So this is like a match made in heaven for me. A veg dish like this is the type of thing that can keep me from eating meat. Let's see how it is here. It's so creamy and delicious. The vegetables are cooked absolutely perfectly.
It's not too spicy, but there are a lot of spices. There's some tomatoes in here too, and I don't pick up a lot on the tomato flavor. It just kind of adds a nice subtle texture, a nice subtle flavor to it.
It doesn't have huge flavors, but everything about it is just perfect.
This is amazing. I like it so much.
Next, we're having Kaju curry or cashew curry. I am so excited about this. This has huge chunks of cashew in it. This looks really, really nice. We have a nice, delicious looking roti here. You know what, I'm gonna try this by itself first, and then we'll get to the bread. Wow. That's incredible.
If this kaju is gonna be anything like that aloo and gobi that we just had, I am excited for it. I'm gonna try to get a big bite. Lots of kajus on there. Which is so interesting. I don't taste the flavor of the cashew. I taste very, very tomato heavy flavor, but it's really good.
The cashew is so tender and delicious. I mean, the cashew itself doesn't have a ton of flavor, but it has excellent texture, and that gravy is loaded. I mean, I taste tomato. There's some herbiness to it. It's a little bit buttery. It's got the slightest hint of tang, and then you put all those flavors together, and it's just something I've never had before.
Like I said, very tomato forward, so when I first put it in my mouth, I wasn't sure what all the other textures and flavors were, but as you're chewing, they just kind of unfold, and I love that about Indian food, especially vegetarian food, because there's just so many things in here, and it is just an amazing bite.
It has so much depth and flavor. You can tell that they use a lot of seasoning in it. This is really, really nice.
The last thing we're having here is a paneer butter masala, and this looks amazing. I can see some big chunks of onions in it, big pieces of paneer, and we are pairing it with chili cheese naan, two of our favorite things. Let's get a big piece of paneer in here. Lots of that gravy. Oh my gosh, that is good.
This is one of those things, paneer is really good. Butter masala is really good. You mix them, it's gotta be really good, right? Let's find out. It's really good.
You've got the crunch from the onion, you've got lots of herbs in there. That perfect chunk of paneer is amazing. I love the taste of it, but the way it just makes the entire dish taste so creamy, it is so good.
I love it with the paneer, but it almost makes the gravy have a little less flavor. It brings everything down. It kind of makes it taste a little bit more subtle. This is one of those dishes where the thing that's in it, the actual protein here, is not the thing that I want to eat. I want the gravy. I want spoonfuls and gallons and liters and however much I can get to put in my fridge. I love this gravy. It doesn't even need the paneer. This is incredible.
Now we're at Takad House and I feel super lucky because one of the locals at the last restaurant we were eating at told us about this place. It is named after a type of bread that we've never even heard of before, and that is what they sell. That's what this place is known for. I have no idea what we're about to go eat. Let's get into it.
I am so ready for this and the obscene amount of butter that this has. To watch them dip this thing in ghee and just submerge it and watch the ghee get sucked into it is insane. When I picked it up for the B-roll for this, my hands literally glistened, just coated in ghee. This comes with a potato subzi that looks like it's straight flames. I mean, the red color in this has me so worried about it. Let's go. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Woo! I might should have tried that by itself first because that is a spicy subzi.
I know Chad went straight into the curry, but I want to try this by itself. I love the new experiences too, so let's get a big bite of it. That's good. It's very thick. I understand why it comes with a lot of gravies and different things to dip in, but I love the flavor of this. It is probably the most substantial bread that we have. It's a lot thicker than roti or even naan. Let's try it with this gravy here. That is good.
Once you get past the spice a little bit, you can taste the wheat. It's a wheat bread, and it's got several different kinds of wheat in it, along with some chana, if I'm not mistaken. And so the flavor is not like naan. It's not like some of the different kinds of roti we've had. It has a very distinct wheat flavor. It also has a very distinct ghee flavor. And then when you put all of that together with this incredible spice, it just tastes incredible.
That is good. That is like volcano on my tongue, but I love it. I love the spice. I love the flavor. I love the texture. I love how this just absorbs it. I love how messy it is.
My mouth is on fire, but I don't care. I gotta go in for some more. However, this time I'm gonna do the smart thing and get it with a little bit of potato here. Wish me luck. Man, I don't know which is better, the bread or the subzi. Both are amazing, but this potato subzi is so spicy. This is the kind of spice we were looking for when we came to India. We found it. Maybe too much of it, because now I need to go curl up in a ball and cry after I have a little more.
The spice level on this almost reminds me of the fish curry that we had in Kochi. Just that volcanic flavor, the hot, intense spice on my tongue. And I might regret eating this later, but I am enjoying it so much right now. This is an amazing dish. I'm really glad we got to try a new foodie experience. This is so much fun.
Now it's time for something else I've never had before. This is called Kheer Mahon Gangapur. I think I said that right. And this is a traditional Rajasthani dessert. It looks a lot like gulab jamun, but it looks like less cakey, a little bit thicker, a little bit denser, still full of syrup or something though. I can't wait to try this. We've never had that traditional Rajasthani dessert, even though we've had tons and tons of people telling us to try it. Let's see what it's like. That's like a better gulab jamun. It has really nice crust. Then the inside has a kind of cakiness to it, but the outside feels almost like soaked graham cracker. It's also been sitting in the same type of syrup, I believe, as gulab jamun would, but there's also like a granular kind of sugary cinnamon thing that is really unique to this. This is a really fantastic dessert. I love this. So good.
What a fun day. When we initially planned our trip for India, we did not anticipating having a full-out road trip.
Right?
But I'm so glad we did. It was a blast from start to finish. So I'm trying to think about the highlights of the day, and there were so many, but if we're looking at the highlights from the last 24 hours.
Taj.
The
Easy.
Taj. Easy, yeah.
Highlight of the trip, absolutely stunningly beautiful. I knew it was gonna be great. It was better than expected by a lot. And it was just one of those things that you see it and you're just kind of awestruck. And that doesn't happen very often in life. So it was really neat to just be able to embrace that, enjoy it, and just have a really incredible moment with you. It was amazing. But we're food vloggers, so let's talk about food a little bit, because this was more than just the Taj, although that was definitely the best part. What was your favorite food? What was your favorite experience in all of that?
So I had a ton of fun just pulling over on the side of the road. That was my favorite experience, just being like, oh, what's that? Let's go stop there.
It was awesome.
That was a ton of fun and so much good, unexpectedly delicious food. But I would have to say my favorite thing over the last 24 hours were those chicken lollipops that we had in Agra.
Really?
Yes, that gravy that they cooked on the outside was so delicious.
It was
I
good.
literally was putting a spoon of that on everything I ate after. That was amazing. What was your favorite dish?
I don't have a favorite dish, but I do have the favorite experience, and just like you, it was eating at the dhaba. That was something I've wanted to do for a long time. It just seems so cool to be able to stop and eat. But it wasn't just like stopping and grabbing some random food. It was delicious. I really want to do more of that. In fact, we may plan another little road trip before this trip ends. But yeah, the dhabas were fantastic. It was just kind of one of those things that it's fun. It's just a new element. It's not street food. It's not restaurants. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, and it was a lot of fun. So if you liked that video, please like, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.